All right, welcome back to Soul Spark Tarot. I'm your host, Mr. Renew. Today we got ourselves a career slash finance reading. So I'm going to be using the life purpose cards. And then we're going to look at the star seated oracle deck. The reason why I want to look at the star seed oracle is I want us to step into the depths of ourselves. I want us to be able to see ourselves at the deepest level as we're looking at these finances and this career. This is not a job. Again, it's not a job. A job is just what you do. A career is what you live as. So because we are star seeds, your career is something that has occurred over time. Just like a star is created over time, and its seeds are also created over time. It's two different time frames for these things to occur. So I want to see our finances and I want to see our career, however they pop up, but I want to clarify with the depths as much as we can. So with that being said, let's get started with this guy here. I want to pull 3 cards from this, but then probably 3 more, then we'll clarify them. But we'll see. First things first, I appreciate you all for being here. I'm trying to move this stagnant energy from me. Again, I desire to help people. I gotta just get my mind and my emotions on the same track, realizing that speaking these facts is the way I can do that. So, with that being said, tell us about a career, finances. What's our overall energy for a career and finances? Career and finances. Talk to me about career and finances. What's going on? What's going on? Okay. So, these are the things that's going on. So, with your career and your finance, everything is attached to some kind of book. Maybe you need to go read a book that's going to help you make sense of what you got going on here. Maybe you need to go write a book. Maybe you need to go experience listening to a book. Maybe you need to look at a magazine. There's something in the book that's going to help you understand your finances a little bit more. Maybe you need to go pick up a finance book for the first time ever in your life. A really good book to start off with would be Think and Grow Rich. It'll help you understand how to get your mindset onto the right area so you can get the money flowing in the right way. Either way, you might want to go pick up a simple literacy book, a how to bank, stock market for dummies. Do something regarding a book in regards to your finances or your career. Maybe you're in school studying. Again, that studying is going to help you reach the career. So we have this information here for us right now. We got Talk to Your Angels, Energy Healing, and Options. So what this is screaming at instantly is saying you are an energy healer. So your career is healing energy. And the idea of healing energy is blanketed across any physical plane. This is exactly why I need the star deck so we can really see what that means. What that means is that you do not need to have a place. You are the place. You are the career. You are the money. Not everybody is the money. Again, some people are not the star of the show. Some people are not, the Tom Brady, like I was talking about in one of the previous messages. Some people aren't LeBron James. That doesn't mean you're not Scottie Pippen. Again, if you don't understand, that's the main role with the backup role. That doesn't mean that you're not important. So, you have natural healing abilities, and they are an important part to your life purpose. So, in your career, you are going to change things no matter what you do. If I have to give an example with myself, I really make a lot of people happy who just be working at grocery stores. They would never guess like they will have a person come in there intentionally trying to give them some joy, some happiness, make their job easy, give them understanding. All the things that would normally be their job to do, I give it to them. And that's healing to see yourself being seen by somebody else, especially when they don't have any business in doing so. Instead of worrying, ask for divine guidance, talk to your angels. Maybe you've been worried about the options that you have. Consider the possibilities that are open to you. Doesn't matter what it looks like, it doesn't matter what you decide to do. You have options. Oh, in that first reading I did, they also had the justice scale. So to me, when I'm connecting both of these things back together, it's allowing us to see that something inside of your mind is the key to helping other people in their energies and in their healing. So I'm hearing Reiki Master. I'm hearing more spiritual practices even on top of the things that you do day to day. So if you are a teacher, don't just teach a subject, teach life lessons about your subject. If you're a nurse, give some life tips on top of that. If you're in the corporate world doing finance, understand that giving a little bit of extra knowledge on my story, my testimony, my adventures through stability through finance, stability through accounting, stability into service loans. All of those things, that story is helping you sell the service, but that service is healing these people you're interacting with. If we take that same idea and blanket it onto the idea of real estate, tell them about your adventures as a real estate agent, all the people you've helped. These things come off as frivolous initially, but these things are what we call marketing and promotion. One thing that I have an issue with in myself is marketing and promoting myself. I love to promote and market products, people, services. I love to talk and help people understand. But I see that's in myself as peacocking. I'm a pretty humble dude, man. And that's not to say that I'm not super confident in myself. I'm overly confident in a lot of areas of myself. But because I don't peacock myself around, I lack in certain areas, and people value those areas more than what I would ever want to do. It's not an issue in the sense of these things being okay because people need to live their lives. It's an issue in the sense of me understanding that the things that I'm doing could be improved upon. They could be enhanced. And I can stay humble as I do these things, like read the cards. Again, it's a simple concept for me, but for you guys and your changing abilities, your changeable abilities into these different areas, it might be hard to see. Just like it's hard for me to see my own greatness being paraded around as myself. It's hard for me to see those things, man. I just can't all the time. And guess what? That's okay. It's not my job to always see it. It's my job to actually be it. I feel like this is too loud. So, let's get our first clarifiers on all of these, and then we'll get a little bit more. So, why do we need to talk to our angels? What are you worried about in regards to your finances? What's worrying you about your finances? So, I don't want this. I don't want that. I remember is what popped up. So what's worrying you is that you probably don't remember what you know your life path to be. It says soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. So you are worried about what you should do versus what you could do, what you need to do versus what you want to do. These are aspects that are changing you and they're putting you in a position that is making you feel a little bit uncomfortable, even though the things that you're doing is making yourself a lot more comfortable. I'm getting super irritated right now, but I'm not going to let these things like change me too much. I feel like there's energies that's making me want to stop doing what I'm doing. I got two people who just pulled up and they blocked my car based upon I'm chilling here. They're bringing out vices, they're smoking and drinking and shit. And it's like, these are all things that I'm trying not to do. They're banging music now. All of these things are happening, and it's in an attempt to get me, I feel like, to be distracted. Especially in this fact that they're looking dead in my eyes as I'm watching them in my rearview mirror. So a lot of these things are irritating as fuck to me, but the issue is that I remember something about my destiny versus my fate. And the idea now, I believe, is that instead of dealing and rocking with these things here that will allow me to feel frustrated, again, I got to step into what is fated for me versus what I believe my destiny to be. So instead of worrying about these people around, instead of worrying about these changing, I'm just going to be my own self and shine even better. So in other words, when I step out my car and I give them dirty ass looks, then I go work out or something, and then guess what? They're still here doing their own thing. That's going to help me see that whether this action is on my path or if it's fated for me, and that's going to help me see the differences because I'm finally taking action. I'm taking action in a way that will allow me to see more greater things in myself inside of situations that I feel are lower and not good for myself. These are low vibrational things that are happening around me, but I'm not changing myself. I'm not changing what I'm doing. I'm looking at the options that I have moving forward. And in those options, I have to move along the path that is either destined or fated. But I am still the one enacting these energetic changes regardless. So, for options, we got karmic relationships, exactly. And then we have trust the timings. So for options, we have to trust the timings on these karmic relationships. Just like these people coming around here, it's allowing me to see my growth. It's allowing me to see my changes. And the same thing with you. There's people around you who are right on time to try to trigger you, who are right on time to try to hold you back, who are right on time to try to make you feel like you're not in the right spot. But if you got the karmic on the negative side, you also have the karmic on the positive side. And so there's positive things that are right on time too, like the fact that this message can come out as it's doing with these people doing what they're doing. It's an ability for us to see both sides because we always have the option to live in our life as if it was fated or if it was destined. But to have fate in something that you're fated towards is not the same as having a destiny towards that one thing. The destiny is the pathway, the fate is what occurs on that pathway. So they're not the same, even though we try to claim them to be. So trust the wave that you came on. Time is not running out for your career change. Time is not running out for your options of you choosing. Time is not going to be here in a sense of what you know it to be. Time is going to be here in a way that you are destined to experience it as. Karmic relationships. Orion energy, polarity, soul growth through conflict. These things that have you struggling, these are the things that are making you understand that the timing is now and it's also not right now. You have to reorientate and shuffle the energies within you as you're healing the energies within yourself so you can see the differences between what you used to do and what you're starting to do. These karmic relationships that are occurring within yourself is the ones that are allowing you to see the differences between the interactions of the people around you. Your environment, in other words. You are changing, you're manipulating these energies for the simple fact that you have the ability to do so, whether you're sitting here at the park channeling messages or whether you're at the job pushing paperwork or whether you're at your different job doing your Ubers, doing your FedEx, whatever. You are the one who is able to make the changes based upon the changes you create within yourself. So as you continue to hear the karmic relationships within yourself, you'll continue to see more financial opportunities where you can grow, where you can change, and where you can apply all of your personal power into a space that had zero once before. Assert yourself as the person who is able to change the energy, yet heal the energy that you're changing. Because we can destroy things with changes as well. And so the key is we want to see where are our money opportunities, and it seems to be in places where these people are not able to energetically flow in a manner that will allow them to grow. Maybe they're just in a place that is stagnant and there's no room for growth in that career path, but you showing up, maybe doing this, maybe doing that, is allowing people to see the differences within themselves so they can look at the karmic ties that they have within, and then they can be great. And now this person just left. Again, came over here out of all the places of the park just to sit behind my car and smoke weed is crazy. It's crazy work, but they were only here for that time frame from when I started, and then I ended right now. So again, I felt the passions coming from me as I'm healing the energy through the camera, but I'm also expressing myself, and maybe they heard. Maybe they're here spying. It doesn't matter. What I know is that me doing me is changing the energy around me no matter what job that I'm doing, and that is bringing in the finances. Again, it might not seem to come in directly, but the indirect aspect that it is coming within is coming from a sense of us being able to see the energetic changes that we have inside. Tell me about the energy healing. Star ancestors. You got hidden secrets, lost wisdom, and you need to look a little bit deeper. This is exactly the case. So, surrender to the sweetness of life. Venus energy, pleasures, joys, make love to the world as you live in it. So, your money and your finances, these things are coming through your career. But your career are the things that you do from the day to day, time to time, year to year, month to month. These are the aspects of where you need to be in regards to you. So as you look deeper within yourself, as you heal the emotional karmic relationships that you have within yourself, it's allowing you to bring healing energies to your environment and subsequently change where you get to have the opportunities for the finances and for the career opportunities and what we call gains. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Again, that ties right back into you understanding the destined life versus the fated life. It was fate for that person to come here because I channeled some energy that I haven't felt in a long, long time. Down to the bones, down to my motherfucking feet. And guess what? It's always been in me, but I forgot. Why? Because I haven't channeled like this in a very long time. And I haven't gotten a chance to do this because I haven't used these cards in a long time. But these are the depths of the cards that I knew would come out, which is why I decided to bring them out. Let's clarify on top of these things so we can know for sure what we're doing, and then we'll get our final message. Tell me about talk to your angels. I remember the destined life versus the fated life. What is our soul plan? Leadership. So no matter what you do, you are the leader, and you got to take charge of any other situation. And to take charge is to remember who you are, what you doing, why you doing it, why you here, how come you chose this, why this is my end goal, why I can grow, why I can keep changing, why I will always be the one to support myself along these changes, and why I remember that I am the soul. I'm the soul. So it doesn't matter if I'm on a destined path or a fated path. I got the plan in my soul. And your soul is to be the leader of your own life. And if you ever feel worried, talk to your angels because they can support you in the life that you're leading. It occurs in multiple ways. And you must see the ways that it is occurring, and you must see the options that you have within this leadership, because you might be a leader in a way that you're not even understanding yet. Not even understanding the way that you're leading. But you have the crown, and your angels will always support you, and they will always make sure that crown is on straight. Tell me about these options. Options. Trust the timings of these karmic relationships. Education. You schooling motherfuckers. The answer that you are seeking involves going to schools, and we got books at the bottom again. So, in the school of your life, in the school of the soul world, in the school of you looking at the lessons that you've learned through life, you need to go deep and find those things in order to bring out the karmic relationships that you need to lead life upon. So, again, this is going back to the testimonies. If I'm a real estate agent and I'm flipping houses, I gotta start telling the stories of why these things made me get into there. And they can't be fake. They must be authentic. Sorry. Right on time always. They gotta be authentic. So, in regards to the things that you're doing, you're looking for in life, these things that are changing, these things must happen in a way that will allow you to grow through your own karmic relationships. And the karmic relationships of yourself is the stories that you're telling, which is the books that you could be writing about. The books you can be promoting about. The books that you need to be exchanging information about. Again, that means I got a book and I'm exchanging information between the pages of the book called reading. You must start to see yourself as the school. And then you can understand that schools can intermingle. They can exchange curriculums. And that means your testimony is your life school. And your soul is trying to express that school of life to another, even if you're bagging groceries at a grocery store. Your job does not dictate your life and your finances any longer. Your job is what is allowing you to see the karmic relationships that will allow you to develop more parts of your soul along this school called life and allow you to fill the abundance up within your own soul first, which will fill up your finances in this career path that we're finding. Tell me about these ancestors and this energy healing. The bottom of the deck, we got writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. Writing, books, and your testimony, they have not stopped coming out. That's because they're here to express you. So what do we have? We got light and love, body work, and counseling. These are the ways you heal the energies of the world. Your life purpose is to bring divine healing light and love to this world by doing what? Involving yourself within body work such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, exercise training. These things that will allow you to then take those experiences and express them as kind words, words of advice, and empathetic ears for other people. So again, these things are showing up clear as day to me because they're allowing you to see that the fact that you are a soul, the fact that you are a person, the fact that you can live this life, the fact that you can grow and change and then remain the same, those magical abilities that you have within your soul, within your life, within your essence are the things that other people need to see. People need to see it. People need to hear it. People need to read about it. People need to want it. People need to desire it. This is where your finances come in. You need to tell your story of authenticity in a world full of fakes. Your woes are like movies. Your adventures are like storybooks. Your problems are therapies. These things must be created for the sharing of other souls on this planet because the only thing that keeps Earth low vibrational is the fact that we want to remain separate and away from one another as individuals. When we're on one damn planet, we're in one goddamn space. We can no longer be separate and unequal. We must separate as equals. Differentiate yourself even more. Get away, get away, get away. Subtract, subtract, subtract. Minus, minus, minus. Get these things out of your world so you can find yourself in a world anew. Displacement is what that comes into. changing location, place to place, new face to new face. These are the things that are happening when you allow yourself to tell your life. And when you tell your life and it's destined or fated, the soul has a plan for how that will be enacted amongst the people. Your fate comes in the form of others' destinies, and your destiny is predicated upon the fates of others. So when you put out that book and it's destined to reach the mind of a child who you will never ever meet, that child will be destined to change the world in a way that will benefit you. And that's the full loop, and that's the circle of life. But that life is everlasting. So it's a solar plexus aspect. It's a soul plan. It's the idea of you being able to understand that your actions will help somebody else. Your woes will help somebody else. You went through that shit so you can help somebody else not go through it, or get out the hump, or get over that last obstacle. It is up to you to really believe in you. You must tell the story of yourself. And people must know that you are not the only you that you're telling the story towards. You are hearing yourself live and tell and speak and preach and be and do all of these things too. So you are included within these destined fates and these fated destinies. You must see yourself as a way in and a way out. And both of these ways will allow you to be all of you. And in the sense of you being all of you, other people can be more of them. And the more of them they become, the more of you you can become. And as we share on this dynamic plane of exchange, we can see the soul expertise proliferate the world through abundance. And this abundance comes in the form of finances, in the sense of us giving products and services to share between one another. Let's network through our own life stories and testimonies. That's it. So, let us start blogging. Let us start vlogging. Let us start doing more of the things that we already see, but let's change the purpose upon why we're doing it. Let's put a purpose of assistance as the forefront as to why we're here, even assisting anything called yourself. That's all you're doing. Your career path is leading you towards understanding you at a deeper level, because you are already the healer of all the energies at any level. So in order to reach the level of an increase of finances, in order to increase your career, in order to increase the value of what you place on your finances and your career, you must look at the values of the energies you've healed within yourself already and anticipate how other people can heal the remaining aspects of your energetic ties. You can't do it by yourself, but you can't do it alone. But you gotta do it by yourself because you go through things alone. So you have to see that there's a point to where you need an ear, but you also are giving an ear. I'm listening to myself channel these messages right now. So even though they're for you, they're also for me. And as they're for me, I'm feeling passionate about helping you. So this even exchange comes from you doing things for yourself. But as you do more and more for yourself, it allows you to do more for others. And as more others do for themselves, more others will have done more for others as well, which means that you are another to someone else, which means you're benefiting from their own actions. Their own actions is helping your own actions, which means the actions that we own as a whole are all being helped collectively. What's the final message? Jump in. Star family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. Yep. Are they oxen free? Jump in. This is Andromedan energy. Adventure. Say yes to change. Say yes to change. Jump into the new vision. Jump into the new perception. Jump into the new life. Jump into the new world that you seek. Jump into the ways that you know. The ways that you know helped you grow, and the ways that you hope will help grow others. Jump in. No one's going to harm you. You've already healed. You've already seen it. So see yourself in a new way. See yourself in a new place. See yourself doing things in a different way. So let's give a reading. Let's give a little read to that. Andromeda is a spiral galaxy, the closest galaxy to the Milky Way. It's believed that the Andromedan star seeds are a group of beings who love their freedom. Very adaptable, they have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow, to find calm in the chaos, to swim with the tides. This card is here to encourage you to do the same. That's where your money comes from. Place to place, action to action, people to people. It allows you to be free as your own because you're healing yourself, and that's coming straight from your dome. Your own actions for yourself and how you give your testimony to others are the ways that people in this world will see you and treat you in a way that will find finances being abundant within your checking account, your savings account, your all of these things that you want, your wallet, your purse. These things, these people, seeing you enact these things will allow you to see yourself. And as you jump in further, as you jump into a deeper space within yourself, you're going to see more support because you're supporting others at a deep, dark place, a deep, dark space within themselves. Share your story, even if it's just randomly on a bus, on a subway, to the janitor. Do it. Perhaps you have a significant goal or opportunity ahead of you. If so, you're being guided to jump in. Don't wait for permission. Don't stall until you feel ready. Take a deep breath, a good old run up, and jump right into it. Don't wait for people to come up and ask you if they want it. Go give unsolicited advice. Well, I don't need to hear that. Well, fuck it. I felt impelled to tell you. And you just so happen to be here, so you can take it or not. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to change my mind on who I decide to speak to and tell my story towards. Doesn't matter anymore. Jump in, because it's not for them. It's fate. It's for their destined pathway. So you don't need to worry about who you're talking to anymore. You don't need to worry about who you're servicing anymore. You don't need to worry about the clients that suck and the clients that are great. You need to worry about you just giving. And that is what's going to give you the abundance and the career change and the finances that you need in return. Life bends for the courageous, and courageous is what you're being called to be. You are already facing the right direction. The only thing left to do is to take a leap. You'll figure out the details as you go along. Things may not always be smooth sailing. Life on earth rarely is. However, the rougher seas that teach us how to sail with glory, and once you know that, you can navigate any sea, ocean, or storm. In other words, as you go through your problems on earth and you get through them, that is the glory. That is your testimony. That is what you share to people. That is where your finances will grow from. That's the soil of your financial tree. The Andromedans want you to fall in love with surfing the waves of life, to seek more adventures, to embrace your own adaptability, and find a way to be the calm in the chaos. You didn't come to Earth to be passive. You came to Earth to truly live. Now, take a good run up and leap. So if I had to leave you with this question, think about this. Give yourself some thought as you take a deeper dive into your own self and your own energetic healing. I want you to ask yourself, how can you be more adventurous? How are you being called to jump right on in and take a leap of faith? What are you afraid to do, but that you know you need to do, and that you're just going to do it anyway? What stops you, and what allows you to keep it going? That is what I want us to think about today. That is what I want us to deem our focus. That is what I want us to try to have a concentration on as we're looking for places to share our testimony through. So, with that being said, I appreciate you all. Don't be afraid to share your story. Peace.